All right, 5 reasons you should do your own oil change, quick times. All right, reason number 1 is the drip out. So right now, I've had my wash running for about 1 hour. So after I drained the oil, I pretty much, once it became to a drip speed, I pretty much grabbed this little piece of plastic and put it in there and see in 1 hour how much extra gunky oil we can get out of the oil pan. And in 1 hour, that's how much we got. Here's my fist for a reference. I'd say that's quite a lot. I don't want nasty oil dripping in there and just chilling inside, going around the engine. So I usually do that for about an hour. Let the car sit on jack stands, of course, because safety first. You should always change your own oil. It's a small thing to do, and honestly, no one's going to take better of your car than you will. Unless obviously it's something very complicated, then you should definitely take it somewhere. Another reason you should do your own oil change is that while you have your car in the air, you could go ahead and just run a quick inspection of everything. So you can, while you're down there, you could crawl around, make sure there's no rust spots that are starting up or anything that's going to cause you trouble in the near future. Whenever you change your oil, I always recommend also changing the oil filter with an OEM one, of course, and to, of course, replace the washer. So another thing I recommend just for oil changes is these magnetic drain plugs. That's that over there. Magnetic drain plugs have a magnet on the tip that's decently powerful, and if there's any contaminants or anything in your oil, it'll make sure that any metal particles will stick to that instead of floating around your engine. You don't want that. Another thing you should do while you do your oil changes is to pull out the dipstick, try to clean a little bit around there, whatever gunk there may be. Same thing with the oil cap. So at first, I always leave the oil cap open and I put something on top of it just so air goes in, so more oil drips out, so you waste less time doing it. And then you could clean around there, make sure no contaminants can get in through the top. Because chances are you're going to have to top off your oil at some point within the 8,000 kilometers, or at least that's how long I do it. Another thing you can do while your oil is dripping out is just go check on all your fluids, make sure everything is good, everything is topped up. Go around, make sure there's nothing that's going to cause you trouble in the near future. It's a very simple thing to do, and yeah, you might as well just run a small inspection on everything, make sure everything is good, nothing is falling apart, everything looks nice. Make sure the ladies are okay, ladies are having a good time, check. So even though this is an NA motor, like I was put in like synthetic, and synthetic that's made in Canada. I know Castrol isn't the greatest of oils, but I mean, who cares? It's still synthetic. It's an NA motor. It's a Honda. It's just about anything will do. Going down the list here is sense of accomplishment. Yeah, you feel like you accomplished something. It's freaking awesome. All you need to do for an oil change is pick up a jack, 2 jack stands, anything to dump oil in, and you're pretty much good to go. I mean, come on. Oh, yep, all right. It's a small thing you do, and it's a good sense of accomplishment, and it makes you feel pretty connected to your vehicle, which is my next point. When you do little stuff like this and you inspect your vehicle, you just have more confidence in it while you're driving. A lot of people seem to forget how dangerous driving actually is. So think about it. This is basically a tank rolling down the street, a lot of the times going 60 to 120 kilometers per hour. People forget these things. You want to make sure your vehicle is fine, your suspension components are okay. Every now and then you want to check up on these areas that can cause you trouble, because you're essentially risking your life into these things. Cars have been perfected pretty well, but still, it's totally worth going around and inspecting your vehicle. A lot of people neglect to do it, and if this was 60 years ago and people neglected their cars as much as people do now, they would they would be in much more worse situations, right? And number 5, yeah, it's all love, bro. It's all love, buddy. Gotta love these things, you know? People don't really have, like, love for their cars anymore. Most people lease them, they don't give a crap about them, they don't take good care of them, and they never last as long as they should. So, it's been about an hour. Let's see how much oil has dripped out within the 1 hour and 3 minutes. Okay. Okay. So once it just started dripping out drip by drip is when I replaced it with this little plastic container. So we get to see how much extra gunky oil we can collect in 1 hour. So this is it. I'm not gonna measure it out, but you can see it for yourself. That's all dirty oil that could have just been sitting in your car. Typically when you go to a mechanic, they will let it drip out as long as the flow is steady, and then once that ends, they're actually just gonna put back the drain plug, maybe replace your filter, and then pour in some whatever oil that they buy bulk amounts of, which should be okay, but still, I mean, like this casserole, I got it on sale at Walmart. I think it was like 25 bucks. It was some ridiculous deal, and it's full synthetic, so I went ahead and I purchased like freaking 10 of these. And like just doing your own oil changes, you save money. I mean, come on, it's COVID. No one's got money, bro. Sure ain't enough to pay the bills and to keep you living comfortably, you know, like the way you used to. So this is one easy way you could do to just like feel better about your vehicle, feel more confident, and it feels good to do oil changes. Plus the ladies love it, you know. Sometimes when you're just out here, you know, working on your car, the ladies walk by. There's none of them here right now, but if there are, they're just like, you know, damn, because a lot of people can't do stuff like that anymore. It's pretty ridiculous. All right, hope you enjoyed this video. Here are the 5 reasons one more time, and stay safe, folks.